CISLAC commends President Tinubu for releasing detained minors involved in the End Bad Governance protests nationwide, and Lagos State and the United Kingdom build partnership for economic growth. Hello and welcome to Panorama from our network center in Lagos. And you can follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our other social media handles displayed on the screen for updates. I am Adeola Komiakere. Thank you for joining us. The charges of alleged conspiracy, treasonable felony, and disruption of public peace filed against 150 young persons in the wake of an August nationwide protest have been struck out by the Federal High Court in Abuja. Justice Obiora Egwatu discharged the defendants based on a motion for discontinuance of the trial filed by the Director of Public Prosecution of the Federation, Mohammed Abubakar, on behalf of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, SAN. The Justice Ministry took over the case in line with its powers in Section 174 of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria. Justice Egwatu, receiving no objection from the Council, granted the request and dismissed the charges. He ordered the immediate release of the defendants from prison remand. Meanwhile, the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, has commended President Bola Tinubu for instructing the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, to ensure the immediate release of all minors detained during the End Bad Governance protest across Nigeria. In a statement by the Executive Director, CISLAC, Awa Musa Rafsanjani, welcomed President Tinubu's decision, praising his willingness to investigate the circumstances leading to the arrest and hold responsible security personnel accountable. Additionally, CISLAC urged President Tinubu to extend this act of directive to other detained protesters, fostering greater national unity, justice, and demonstrating a government open to addressing citizens' grievances. CISLAC also underscored the importance of police reforms, particularly in recruitment and service deployment, noting issues of police misconduct, including instances of brutality and corruption. The organization stressed that only through a merit-based and transparent recruitment process can Nigeria build a police force that serves and protects the public responsibly. Furthermore, CISLAC reaffirmed its support for any government effort aimed at bringing reforms and improving good governance, commending President Tinubu for listening to Nigerians and addressing their demands for justice and accountability. And now to other reports. President Tinubu has nominated a lawyer, Shasheyi Feyijimi Ibiyemi, as a resident electoral commissioner representing Ondo State. If cleared by the Senate, Ibiyemi will replace another lawyer, Niyi Ijalaye, who died in August while serving as the resident electoral commissioner in Ogun State. Ibiyemi, 58, who hails from Ilaje in Ondo State, is currently the Administrative Secretary of INEC in Lagos State. She graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University in 1987 and was called to the bar in 1988. She also went to Bingham University in Nasarawa State and bagged a master's in election management. President Tinubu has also nominated Abdul Razak Yusuf Tukur as a national commissioner for the Independent National Electoral Commission representing the Northwest. Tukur, 59, has a Bachelor of Arts from Bayero University, a postgraduate diploma in economics from Bradford University, England, and a Masters of Arts from Leeds University, also in England. He began working for INEC in 1999 as Assistant Chief Administrative Officer and rose to become the Director of Electoral Operations and Logistics. He served in the latter post till December 2023. Tuko will also face the Senate for clearance. And moving on, Lagos State and the United Kingdom are on the path of building a partnership that will lead to long-term economic growth and prosperity for both Nigerian and British citizens. This was emphasized when the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu played host to the United Kingdom Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs, David Lammy. Joy Kenabakboya reports.
It is the first official visit of the United Kingdom's Foreign Secretary David Lammy to Africa, and Lagos, Nigeria, is his first port of call. Acknowledging the state's growing investment in rail transportation, David Lammy says his visit is centered on creating deeper trade and investment ties that will be a win-win for Lagos, Nigeria, and the UK.
The people-to-people links between the United Kingdom and Nigeria are second to none. UK is very much open for business. We're open for business with our old friends, and Lagos represents a very old friendship, so that there are win-wins for our peoples and our communities and for our societies.
For Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Lagos is open to building on existing relationships and creating new partnerships in all sectors, including waste-to-energy management. He says the state government will continue to work to make the environment investment-friendly.
I want you to leave, with assurance, that the environment will continue to be a lot more attractive, to the businesses that are still sitting on the fence. Should we not? This is the time. This is the moment, and I would believe that the future, even with global disruption, the future, looks better for us, and we want to assure you that go back home with that level of confidence that Lagos is placed to be, and by extension, Nigeria.
The Lagos state government has been in collaboration with UK investors in various areas, including rail transportation. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakboya, NTA News.
And talking circular economy now. In a bid to promote sustainable development and environmental stewardship, the National Environmental Standards and Regulations Enforcement Agency, NESRA, has launched an initiative to sensitize judicial officers on circular economy. Mina Daniels was at the workshop held in Abuja, aimed at equipping judges and magistrates with the requisite knowledge and skills required for mainstream circular economy principles in their decision-making processes.
The National Environmental Standards and Regulations Enforcement Agency, NESRA, has organized a groundbreaking capacity-building workshop focused on circular economy for judicial officers. The workshop brought together judicial officers from across the country to explore the principles of circular economy and its application in the dispensation of justice.
To understand that there is an environmental law, and there are several guidelines and frameworks that culminated into environmental laws. And when these laws are violated, there are consequences for violating them.
Judicial officers engaged in interactive sessions discussing challenges and opportunities in implementing circular economy practices in Nigerian courts, while experts highlighted the importance of integrating circular economy principles into Nigeria's judicial system, citing benefits such as reduced waste, increased resource efficiency, and job creation.
It's important that the judiciary that is going to be the administrator of this process is brought into the fore, because very often environmental violations are taken very negligibly in our environment, not only from the standpoint of the common man, but sometimes even from the point of the law.
The workshop marked a significant milestone in Nigeria's journey towards a circular economy. With the judiciary on board, the country edges closer to achieving a more sustainable tomorrow. In Abuja, Mina Daniels, NTA News.
Minister of Livestock Development Idi Mokhtar Meha has pledged to upgrade the 417 grazing reserves in the country to boost Nigeria's prospect in the sector. At a news conference, the minister also pledged to collaborate with the private sector to seamlessly address miscellaneous challenges confronting livestock businesses in Nigeria. Kunle Adeyeye reports.
Livestock is a sector with endless benefits. Leveraging on this, President Bola Tinubu constituted the Presidential Livestock Reforms Implementation Committee, principally to re-engineer the livestock sector. Now, the Ministry of Livestock Development has come into being.
As you are aware, livestock is not just a sector. It is a way of life for millions of Nigerians and a vital component of our food security, rural development, and cultural heritage. Our mission, therefore, is not just to grow this sector, but to transform it into a sustainable, resilient, and inclusive ecosystem for the private sector actors to thrive.
In the saddle is Idi Mokhtar Meha, who is well-grounded in livestock business. He has now pinpointed the major hurdles like the herders-farmers clash and come up with antidotes.
From smallholder farmers to large-scale producers, we shall work to create an enabling environment that allows for investment flow, climate-smart livestock farming, modernization, commercialization, and a safe operating environment.
Besides this, he itemized vaccination of animals, collaboration with other two tiers of governments, and using accurate data as top priorities. Kunle Adeyeye, NTA News.
Talking health. Estimation by the International Diabetes Federation (IDF) rates Nigeria as having the highest number of people living with diabetes in sub-Saharan Africa, with an estimated 3.9 million adults accounting for a fifth of all diabetic cases. Experts say that with early detection and right medical attention, these unwanted statistics can be reduced to the barest minimum. Adejoke Odeka completes the report.
According to research, it is possible for a person to have health issues without knowing, as some conditions have no symptoms at first or are asymptomatic. One of such is diabetes, which may not show symptoms until they are more advanced. Medical experts say regular checkup will help lessen the complications.
It is except they do a general checkup, which is why we tell people to go for their checkup to know their numbers, know what your blood sugar is in the fasting state, know what it is in the random state. And with that, your doctor can advise to tell you whether you are at risk of diabetes or have actually developed diabetes.
Having diabetes, however, does not mean one is living a reckless lifestyle. However, upon detection, medical experts advise that taking certain steps will increase the chances of managing the disease.
The most common cause is genetic. So if there is a family history of diabetes, there is a likelihood of the person having the disease.
The person has to have a healthy, balanced diet with moderate amounts of carbohydrates, plenty of vegetables, and then some protein and some fat. The other part of the treatment is that the person with diabetes should actually exercise adequately. And by adequate exercise, we are talking about 2.5 to 3 hours of brisk exercise, such as brisk walking per week.
Although diabetes is a disadvantage, it is not a death sentence, as experts say education and awareness from the primary and secondary level and to communities at large will promote prevention and even improve care. In Lagos, Adejoke Odeka, NTA News.
We're going on a break now. More reports when we return to the state.
The Council of Our Fathers.
I will urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experience it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
Many thanks for staying with us. In Cross River State, Governor Bassey Otu has sworn in 18 newly elected local government chairmen, tasking them to prioritize provision of basic amenities and social services that will deepen development at the grassroots. Justina Etim reports that the governor also lauds efforts of the Cross River State Independent Electoral Commission in ensuring free, fair and transparent local government elections.
Dan Achibong Lodge, the temporary office of the Cross River State Governor, is packed full to capacity as 18 persons, all elected under the platform of the All Progressives Congress, take the oath of office, marking the beginning of their tenure as captains of the third tier of government in Cross River State. The oath, administered in batches, is supervised by Governor Bassey Otu, who says with local government autonomy, much is expected from the chairman, seeking synergy with the councils for adequate management of the commonwealth of the states.
As the closest tier of government to the people, the core mandate of every local government council is to bring a new lease of life to rural dwellers through the provision of basic amenities. The accomplishment of this task shall be a litmus test for the huge confidence the electors repose in you, and a referendum on your capacity to deliver on your campaign promises.
The new chairmen are sure to deliver on their campaign promises.
As chairman, that will work with the people at the center of the agenda, knowing fully well that the people matters in all that we do.
With the charge by the governor, it now behoves on local government chairmen to hit the ground running, initiating programs and projects that will deepen grassroots development. In Calabar, Justina Etem, NTA News.
Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has inspected the International Conference Center and other ongoing projects to ascertain the level of work. Anoze Yakubu reports.
The road project site at Life Camp and Katankwe District, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, in company of the FCD Executive Secretary Sheikh Wadi Ahmad, addressed issues of compensation, which is impeding the ongoing road construction and extension of scope of work.
Can you take a scoop of it to M20? Because it will be additional to this work. That's what I'm going for a new. Because it doesn't make sense to stop this. And then if you can do the alignment, and then the explanation will start immediately.
The minister also inspected the International Conference Center where the rehabilitation works are still ongoing. He expresses satisfaction with the level of work. Nyesom Wike further reveals that in no too distant time, more projects will be flagged off in satellite towns to ensure grassroots development. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
The Federal Road Safety Corps is calling on all roadside traders to move to designated places for their businesses to ensure the non-obstruction of human and vehicular traffic while transacting their businesses. This was during a sensitization tour at the popular Ibom Plaza in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Kelvin Samuel reports.
Roadside trading has been a major factor affecting free flow of traffic in most parts of Uyo metropolis, especially around the Bon Plaza, which is a convergence of business activities in Uyo. The aim of this enlightenment by the Federal Road Safety Corps is to put an end to the menace while creating an awareness on dangers in line with its mandate to ensure safety on Nigerian roads.
This place is usually crowded and serious obstruction to free flow of traffic because of encroachment of traders and reckless parking of drivers. So we decided as an agency to clear the obstruction and ensure that the road gridlocks are cleared.
Sector Commander Edward Odiete says apart from blocking the road, there is also the risk of accidents.
What is the essence of building the road when the motorists are not using it? There is a market already designated for trading, but they have left those shops to come to the road to encroach on the road. They are causing obstruction. And our core mandate as an agency is clearing of obstruction, and which we are here to do.
This awareness campaign has restored temporary sanity around the plaza and its environs as vehicles now move freely. In Uyo, Kelvin Samuel, NTA News.
The Minister of Police Affairs and other delegates from Nigeria have joined other heads of police agencies and police chiefs from the 196 Interpol member countries to attend the 92nd Interpol General Assembly at Glasgow, United Kingdom. The Nigerian delegation, led by the Minister of Police Affairs, Dr. Ibrahim Gaidam, is expected to hold bilateral meeting with members of Europol and delegates of other countries to discuss security issues regarding to global partnerships, governance and data processing, in addition to general policing capabilities and organized global crimes. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, who is part of the entourage, hopes to leverage the positive outcome of the meeting to further strengthen the capacity of the Nigeria Police Force and the West Africa Police Chiefs Committee in his capacity as chairman, with a view to curbing organized crimes across the West African sub-region. IGP Egbetokun reiterates the commitment of the police through its Interpol units to continuously collaborate with other police institutions to ensure collaborative investigation of international crimes. It's now time for us to join Gift Judge for stories on the sporting world.
Nigeria's under-18 men's handball team defeated the host Ethiopia 47-31 at the ongoing International Handball Federation Trophy Africa Men Continental Phase in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. After winning the first match